I said I can make you. Don't
Nope.
sass me, woman. I tell you, I can't do this with her anymore. I'm having trouble today, ladies and gentlemen. It's a mess. Mess and a half. Whoa. Who did not clear the jar? Wow. What a way to start the program tonight. Stand by, citizens. There it is there. And Streamlabs is there. And then we go up here. Empty jar. Okay, hope that's going to make levels of the playing field, everybody.
Are you a professional right now or what?
Well, you know what? I'm desperately trying to. Is your mic even on?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're on. You're talking. Don't worry, honey. You're annoying everybody just like you've been annoying me all day. I promise you. You're doing a good job.
Not true.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the bus is in motion. This is a Partridge Family style bus, but it's extended quite a bit. We argue over what engine is pulling us down the road. Loud One, who is steering the bus, swears that it's a big block Chevy. I'm more of a small black kind of guy.
Loud One has a comment already.
Of course he does. That motherfucker can't go 10 minutes without shutting the fuck up.
He paid $5 for his comment.
Oh, well, if $5, well, please let me go ahead. Say your comment, Loud One.
Y'all have 6 minutes to get on the bus, and I'm leaving the station. I have a fresh bottle of Blackberry Crown, and I nearly finished the first one already. And that's the tone. I can't say it in an Australian accent.
No, you can't. No, well, we wouldn't understand you if you did.
But that's with the tone.
That's the tone. You got the feel. The bus is leaving the station. We're gone. Once you got to understand, if you don't get on the bus, all you can do is be a casual, conscientious objector from afar. You can observe, and that's it. So when Loud One closes the big Partridge Family style bus door, off we go. That's it. Now you're just at the station watching us do laps through the mountains. Other than that, it is the Bottom of the Glass Nation. It is the Gen X Talks live stream edition for April 18th, a little bit after 6 o'clock Los Angeles time, broadcasting from the KGXT studios 200 feet below occupied California. That's where we're coming to you from. Yeah, Gen X Mom.
Our buddy John Morgan says he's stuck in the hospital but wanted to check in and say hi from Iowa.
That's dedication.
What's he doing in the hospital? That's it? That's all he gave us?
He comes out of his coma long enough to be counted so he knows he was here. Mrs. Fort Watton, the bookkeeper, has registered that John Morgan was attending. Now he can go back to his coma, and he's in the books as being here. That's dedication.
Okay.
That is a dedicated man. I don't know why he's in the hospital. I think I know. I do know.
I asked him what for or whatever. But
he was telling about it in Discord. I remember. John was having a very big procedure done. It was an addictomy. Where you get your penis enlarged a little bit. It's called, the professional is addictomy.
Okay.
It's a true story, or at least it's true. It's a story. So, yeah, we got stuff going on. I want to tell you, I had, you guys know, we'll get to this in a second.
Would you like me to read some sheets, some welcomes to you?
Why
some
do you
handsomes?
always interrupt my sheets?
Because you don't let me start with, some welcomes and hellos and stuff. Take a drink. Jennifer Whitehead, handsome general, wonderful to be here. Our fabulous moderators,
Wait.
glad to have you.
You turned your camera so people can't see you.
Yep, that's what I did.
Wow. I'm going to leave it there. You're denying people. Go ahead.
Kyla Stevens, good evening, handsome general, and your queen, the beautiful Gen X mom.
Oh, we will never know if she's beautiful. She's turned her camera.
Miriam Estrada, hello, handsome general.
That's 3.
Jennifer Whitehead, our handsome general.
4 handsome generals. We can now begin.
Beef and chicken.
That's somebody's name?
Yes, beef and chicken.
No, wait. Somebody chose the name Beef and Chicken.
Probably what they were eating at that moment. Is this where all the banana juice drinkers hang out?
Banana sauce drinkers, I do believe.
That's okay. And the last one, Kevin Grimes, member for 24 months. He has his blue too. Geneticus 122 5 verse 567. He made that up.
Genetics?
Geneticus.
Geneticus.
Like Leviticus.
Oh, like Leviticus.
Geneticus.
Okay.
Chapter 122, verse 567.
Yeah.
Says the truth is at the bottom of the glass.
That is in the Bible. That is a book of the Bible. True
in the
story.
Gen X Bible.
Are we done? Can I get back to my program
get with
now?
it.
Never say that she's beautiful. Never say we're never going to know. All we're staring at is her boom mic and her screen. See?
Hair's down. Hair's down.
Oh,
Look.
there she goes. Hair's down. All right. There she
This is my day today.
It was a crazy day. All right. We'll go back to where I'm at. Here we go. Now, why was it a crazy day? Why was it a fun day? Why was it a spectacular day?
So much to do.
There was a lot. Not only did we just get up and pound out the stuff, we did the podcast. I'm sorry. The podcast is recorded, but there's no possible way I can get it. No, listen, I get up and did all my Gen X Talks work in the morning. 10 o'clock rolls around. We did the broadcast. I don't know why it cut out. Sammy didn't tell us. We simulcast the podcast on kgxtradio.com so you guys can hear the whole thing, unedited, unfiltered, unscripted. And you guys are listening. The numbers are growing on there. It's at 10 o'clock every Thursday. But for some reason, it dropped the signal. And Sammy Joe texted, and so we put it back up real quick. But I don't know how long we were off. So any of you that were out there listening today, if there was a gap, which obviously there was, let us know how long we were off. It doesn't matter. I can't fix it. I can't change it. But at least we'll know where we're at with that. Now, then what came right after the podcast, before we were done, Brian Connor shows up. And there was a CD. His CD was right back here somewhere. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's farther over that way. Okay. Oh, it's right here.
It's right there in the screen.
It's right here, barely on the screen. That is the Highway Down CD. For those of you who listen to the interviews and the podcast, that is one of the songs is the intro. Another song is the exit music for there. Brian Connor, the lead singer of Highway Down, and he's been in Nashville for years, done many, many things. He came live in studio. So as soon as we're done recording the podcast, no time to edit. Boom, Brian's here. So we did a 2-hour and 10-minute We did a 2-hour and 10-minute interview with him, which was great. And I think it's this picture right here. Yeah. So Brian was nice enough to sign a bunch of Highway Down CDs. We're going to give some of those away at different points. We're just going to give them to you. And assuming anybody still has a CD player, does anybody still have a compact disc player? If you do, and right now the Sun Valley Fox is going, I still got an 8-track in my pickup truck. He still got one there. So Brian, we did a great interview with him, but I couldn't edit that one either. Didn't have time. He signed some stuff. We had some lunch. We moved on. And by the time we got done with that, I came back out here. It was 3:00 in the afternoon. And I got a phone call from Ashley. Ashley's on staff here. She's such a crybaby. I tell you, I just needed to hold her hand. I hurt her feelings. I had to apologize.
Got to give her a hug.
I had to give her a hug, yeah, because, she's a millennial. And so she says, General, you really hurt my feelings. I said, I'm sorry. And the rest of the staff gets mad. The rest of the staff gets mad at that because they're like, wait a second, how come when Ashley can say all this shit to your face, you never say anything? And then when she calls crying and you're upset, you apologize. You tell her you're sorry for hurting. When Trippy calls, says, General, you really hurt my feelings. And, yeah, well, go fucking rub some dirt on it and get back in line. And then if Josh calls, I go, Josh, I don't have time for your fucking list. Josh, I know you're upset. I know you're butthurt because I did something. I know you're having a bad day. I know you're sick. I got it. I got to check. I don't have time for you, Josh. Get the fuck out. And then everybody says, why are you so nice to Ashley? Why do you pick on everybody else? Well, because first of all, I don't pick on everybody else. But I never pick on Ashley, and I always apologize quickly and move on. The only two people in my life that have earned or deserve a 3-part apology is my wife, Gen X Mom, or Mrs. Forwat, and I have had to issue in-depth 3-part apologies for my actions before. Not very often. I don't make those kind of mistakes. No, not very often.
Just so you know, Mrs. Four is MIA at the moment.
She's not. I'll freaking call her.
You better call her. Find out.
Call her.
She is MIA.
If she doesn't report for duty, I'm calling, going.
Everybody's asking where she's at because she is not checked in.
Wow. Now, you know that if she doesn't check in, she's either out of town or she's dead. That's the only 2 times Mrs. Ford doesn't show up.
She is not. Josh is here with me. Trippy.
She has reported in dead a few times. She's called in and go, can't be there, I'm dead. Click.
I'm 6 feet under. I'm 6 feet under.
Oh, wait, look what's coming up in the section here. We're talking about me picking on people. Scott Royston, don't feel bad. He picks on me all the time. Oh, Scott, did you really want to start a war with me in public? Is that what you wanted to do?
Calm down.
Did you want to get your name in lights tonight? I could put him in a timeout, but I want to tell you, I'm going to skip over. Scott, I'm going to skip over, buddy. I love you. I'm going to skip over. But I don't think Scott gave me the handsome general. Nobody reported that. Maybe he did, but I didn't see it. And I count on that.
Everybody's asking where Mrs. Four is. They're more worried about Mrs. Four.
I don't know where Mrs. Four is. I am not my brother's keeper.
Even our staff is worried.
Well, you know what? We can all sit around and be worried, or we can continue on with the show and see if she surfaces.
Okay, well,
what do you want me to do?
She's going to have to go to the woodshed. You know that, for being late.
Did you just say you're going to put Mrs. Four in the woodshed?
I can't. I don't think I can I?
I don't know if you can. Do you have that ability? Try to put somebody in the woodshed.
Houdini's there. Houdini says woodshed.
Let's see here. Let's see. Mrs. Four, Mrs. Four, Mrs. Four.
Oh, yeah, I
Mrs.
can.
Four, Mrs. Four, Mrs. Four, Mrs. Four. There she is right there.
Are you calling her?
No.
What are you going to do?
I'm just going to text her politely and ask if she's okay. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
I'm staying in my lane with Mrs. Four. I'm not overstepping my bounds. All right, so Brian Connor showed up. We did that interview. It got to be 3 o'clock, 3:30. I handled the crybaby phone call from Ashley. Then Trippy called, and I am so gifted and talented as your trained broadcast professional. I had kind of solved one of his problems before it even began. So we got that out of the way, did some stuff, and then guess what? Show prep for tonight, and here we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, after the show, I'm going to crash out. Tomorrow morning, I'll get up early.
And we do it all over again.
Do it all over again. Well, tomorrow morning, we got to get up. Got to get as much done as we can. We have the World Show. Then we have Haywood Nelson and his wife Blingy. They're going to be in studio for an interview. After they leave, I've got the rest of the afternoon to edit and post 2 interviews and our podcast. I'm going to try to get our podcast out in the morning before the World Show. That catches you guys all up on the minutes from last week.
You didn't even tell everybody that I cooked lunch in between stuff for you guys too.
No, you fixed tri-tip and a baked potato for Brian Connor for lunch, because when we asked Brian, say, hey, what do you want for lunch? Now, Brian's a good old country boy, good old Simi Valley and Nashville boy. I figured he'd say, well, a ham sandwich and a Coca-Cola would be fine. He says to me, when I, kind of payment for coming up, because I don't have any money to give him, he says, well, I like me a good steak and some whiskey. That's what he wanted for lunch today, was some whiskey and a prime rib. So we kind of shied away from the whiskey because we didn't want to run our mouths completely off the reservation during the interview. But he did take he mowed down. He got the biggest plate of prime rib I've ever seen in a big old baked potato, and he went after it. But he's a great guy. He was a lot of fun, and the interview is a great interview. You hear a lot of stuff of him and his life and how he got to where he's at. Good stuff in there. So we'll get that up there and aired soon. All right, where was I? I had stuff to say.
Would you like some sheets?
No.
Fine.
I am not a dick. I am addicted. You get that?
Or a dictator.
No. Now, see, why do you got to go there? And my wife spins everything. If I walk around the house going, I'm addicted, she goes, well, you're half right. And it calls me a dick. I want you guys to know, I let you guys in on some stuff. Oh, that's Brian. Not addicted to Brian. No, wrong picture. Not addicted. There we go. I can't get past like level 38. But I can't stop playing this fucking game. And I don't pay for it. I pay for the free one, so I got to skip commercials. But I can't help it. I cannot stop playing this game. If I wake up at 2 a.m. and I can't sleep, I'll grab my phone and I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys play this. It's such a simple game, and it's just, I'm telling you, my brain fries on that. So if anybody would like to play this with me at 2:30 a.m, Los Angeles time, this is what we're doing. Now, I know that some of you are quietly looking on your phones right now because you want to play the game and it sounds interesting. But I also know the Sun Valley Fox, my older brother-in-law. I know that he's going to secretly do it because, well, he loves me. And anything that can bring us closer as a family, he's in. And if it means that he has to download this stupid game and play it at 2 a.m, he will set an alarm, wake up at 2 a.m, just because he knows him and I are playing the game at the same time. That's love and consideration from the old guy. Yeah.
Jeffrey Montgomery says, I have a love-hate relationship with that game as well.
Yeah. Jeffrey Montgomery. See, now there's 2 of us. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. Frustrating.
Josh Maddox goes, did you just ask people to sort your balls with you at 2 a.m.?
Would anybody like to sort balls with me at 2 a.m? Multiple balls. You can see they're mainly blue, which explains a lot about my marriage. Blue balls, mainly blue, but yeah, we can sort balls at 2 a.m. All of us can. I don't even know if the Sun Valley Fox is listening or not.
I don't know either. Most likely.
All right, so there was that, and that was there. Doom. Oh, also,
Karen says I was addicted to this game, threw in the towel, and waved my white flag.
How far did she get though? That's what I want to know.
Irritate my soul to the core.
I think I'm at level 38, 37. I can't get past that.
Nobody's telling what level.
All right, so just so you guys know, this is a year of an election, and YouTube is not going to tell everybody. Facebook is not going to tell it. Did we make it up on Rumble? Are we on Rumble? Does anybody know?
I do not know.
If Josh Maddox is hanging out here in YouTube, then Rumble's probably down.
Maybe he's flipping.
We're doing something wrong here. Anyway, so there's no
Not
way.
like there's 1,000 people over on Rumble yet.
Hey, yes, there is. Shut up.
You know what?
There's a lot of people on Rumble. Shut
Slow
up.
your roll, man.
So anyway, TikTok is not going to tell you. Rumble is not going to tell you. Facebook. But Patreon, we can let you know. If you join Patreon, all the moderators can put up the links everywhere. Just go to patreon.com, look up Gen X Talks. If you join that, we send you an email half an hour before the show to let you know what's going on. Plus, if you join it, there's 3 years of behind-the-scenes stuff that the public doesn't get to see. And if you scroll back 2.5 years, you can even find my wife's OnlyFans page. But you got to look really hard and scroll through everything. So join Rumble
Rumble
Patreon.
is up, and Karen said she got to level 87 on that game.
Holy Santa Claus.
Before she threw it away. She threw in the towel.
Karen got to level 87. That is a woman who can play with balls like no other woman I've seen.
Wow.
I'm very familiar with balls.
She sorts them.
I can't get past level 38.
And you guys have grown up with them.
We're very familiar with balls. And she's a ball master. Karen is now the ball master. 87? I'll never get there. All right, don't forget that out here in Bakersfield, Central California, there's a lakeside barbecue and car show. It's on the website, genxtalks.com. We are not hosting it. We are just going to be there tagging along. Any of you that show up, I will buy you a sandwich and I will buy you a drink, and we will hang out together. If one of you shows up, then it's a one-on-one conversation. If 100 of you do, then it'll be a much bigger audience, but it'll be fun to do. Don't forget, if you can get away, go to the genxtalks.com little drop-down menu on the calendar, shows what time and where and location, gives you all the information. But it'd be kind of cool if you guys showed up.
The Sun Valley Fox has reported in.
Is he?
Yes.
All right.
He is watching.
Good job. Now, I don't know if any of the moderators are ready for this link.
Probably not.
Every year.
Trippy already posted it.
Trippy did? That boy is on it. Every year we give I don't even have one. They are gigantic. They're not your normal Stein. No. Normal beer Steins are about 7 inches tall and about 3 inches wide. This is about 4 inches wide and 9 inches tall. The first one in 2022 was called the General's 9 Inches. That was affectionately named after, General's 9 Inches. And then the next one, what was it? Mrs. Forrest Peach. It was her peaches, her ass-shaped peaches.
Yep.
Was in 2023. This is a matching Stein. This is a matching Stein to go along with those. This is 2024. It's for KGXT Studios. If you guys want one, the link is up there. All the glasses are here. They're getting cut this week, and then we're sending them out. So everybody that's ordered one, you guys are first. But I just ordered 2 big batches. That's it. Once they're gone, they're gone. And then you guys will email me, go, can I get one? No, you can't. We're not making anymore. We're not keeping these up there so we can make profit for the next year off this. These are just nostalgia items. They come and go quickly. So make sure you get a hold of one now while you still can. All right. Go back to stuff. I had stuff to talk about here. Okay, this one is from my wife. And as you can imagine, every opportunity to make fun of me, she takes the opportunity. But also, at the same time, what my wife does is she never misses a chance to give me an education on how the world works. Now, I'm not sure if you guys will agree or disagree. This is what she does. My husband is technologically challenged. Why? Can you guys see the picture? Can you see why? Because you open it like a carton, but yet there's a screw lid on the side. She absolutely comes unglued when I do shit like this. I know that there's a little fucking thing on the side. I know the little lid on. I know. First of all, does it feel natural to anybody to pour milk or orange juice or anything out of the side of a carton? No, it doesn't. You got to open this up the old Irish way, back when we were kids. Before milk and juices came in plastic bottles with lids, they came in cartons. And school, Generation X, we had milks and juice in cartons. We know how to open these. It doesn't take but a second, and it's natural. It feels right. You're disturbing the order of fucking nature when you put a fucking plastic lid on the side of a cardboard milk carton. But don't worry. If you ever open one up incorrectly, my wife will be there to show you the error of your ways. And as you're suffering, pouring it out of there, and it's dripping in, because it does tear a little bit. And she'll be while you're wiping yourself clean, she'll hold it up in front of you and unscrew and go, right here, genius, right here. Why do you think they put this on there? Just so you guys know. All right. I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
I have to tell you this. Insurmountable Cali Cat says, I love how the General's 9 inches fit in my hand.
Well, Cali Cat, I appreciate that.
I thought you'd like that.
I'd like you to know that as much as I like hearing that, I'm kind of used to it. I get that a lot. So thank you for saying so. How come you're still not on camera for your part? All you had to do is say that part, and everyone's still staring down the barrel of the studio.
Oh.
All right, whatever. Okay, we'll go back to where I was. Anyway.
Can I read some sheets anytime soon?
I don't know. We can't see you. Can we go ahead.
Oh, my
read some
goodness.
sheets. There you go. Hey.
Hi.
There she is. Okay, read your sheets, woman.
Chris Wilson, member for 13 months. Happy Sweet 16 to Samantha. I don't know if
Who's Samantha?
the daughter. Oh, I guess it's the daughter. I was going to say wife, but no. I'm
Wait.
I'm so tired.
He
I'm
could
so
be
sick.
wishing his 16-year-old wife a happy birthday. I mean, are they from Alabama? It's a possibility in Alabama. Okay, go ahead.
A loud one member for 20 months. Truth at the bottom of the glass is for beginners. Us OGs find it at the bottom of the second bottle.
Yeah, you know what? We thought about doing that once, having a whiskey bottle cut engraved where it said, something at the bottom of the whiskey bottle.
Sean MacArthur over on Facebook. Here are some stars for General and Gen X Mom. Gotta show respect. Enjoy. 200 stars.
Talking about, hey, this is for Sean MacArthur over on Facebook. You get the star salute. Thank you very much.
Nice. Nightbot gifted 5 memberships to Valerie, Reality, Jack, Dude, and Doc McFly. They all got new memberships.
You know what? Whenever you read those memberships, they're always easy names. When I read them, they're these convoluted, fucked up names no one knows.
Trays, I believe. Time to put out the peach symbol. Time to put out the peach symbol.
Or peace
I guess
symbol?
to call Mrs. Four.
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess.
No. Yeah, like the bat signal. Okay, now I'm catching on. Yeah, the peach signal.
Christina Dvorak. Good evening, handsome general and Mama Queen. That's a new one, Mama Queen.
Mama Queen.
Trippy Pineapple tonight. One of our wonderful staff members gifted 5 memberships tonight to Robert, Beef and Chicken, Ashley, Patrick, and Rod. They all got memberships. Drop them. Is Kevin the $2 hoe? I'm just going to start throwing out names again.
Kevin is not the $2 hoe. I didn't tell staff because I knew every staff member would know the second they saw the $2 hoe.
Oh, I haven't been looking. Scott Royston gave $20 to the handsome General and Queen, Gen X Mom. General, one thing my godfather always said to me, when someone messes with you, that means they like you. I know we've been through our rounds, but I still love you, and you stand and what you stand for, I guess is what he
That was
says.
Scott, right?
Scott Royston.
Scott, I love you too, buddy. Thanks for hanging in there.
John over on Facebook says, I'm on level 117. I gave up. The blue balls are giving me a hard time.
God, no shit. I'm stuck on level 38 with those fucking balls, and there's people like, dude, they're like 8, 10, 12 times past me already. God damn it.
Jeffrey Montgomery gave $2, looking for the $2 hoe.
Find that $2 hoe.
Reality says, is the $2 hoe Mrs. Four?
The $2 whore is never going to be Mrs. Four. No.
Stacy Cape. Mr. Stacy Cape to you.
Yeah, I
you
keep
get
fucking that up. I know.
$5. General, gotta pay you to keep your balls over there. Christina Dvorak, $2. Let's fill this jar before Facebook does.
Yeah, there is now Facebook. There's some rules now. Facebook, not just likes, because Facebook, if you turn it on with likes, they just hit like, and
they take over
Niagara
the jar.
Falls, the jar comes over.
Yeah.
So if you give stars, it'll drop. If you give
money,
hang on.
That's stars.
That is stars. Hold on, I screenshot it. Hold on.
Oh my goodness!
I got it right here. Okay,
come on.
If you do tips and donation, if you follow our channel, if you're a new follower, Facebook shares. If you share the stream with a friend, your name will go across the top, and you get a little blue chingaderas, and then, of course, Facebook stars, which the Facebook stars minimum is $2.
All right. Sweets says, Trippy is the ho.
Sweets is right on the money. Sweets has got it. Trippy Pineapple is tonight's $2 hoe. Ho!
Nightbot gifted 5 more memberships tonight. He's taking over for Mrs. Four.
Right now, yeah. Well,
Super Raider, Forrest, Takasama, Q-Ball, and Papa Smurf Ron, they all got memberships tonight.
You know what? When Mrs. Four, it's like they go in tandem. Mrs. Four, Scott Royston gives those memberships. It seems like when someone is missing. You know, if there's not as many people giving, Scott's in reserve. If someone shows up and then they're like all by themselves, Mrs. Four, he jumps in. But Scott's got backup on that. He's got his pencil sharp. He's ready to go.
That's good. Okay.
Can I get back to what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, little reminder, the Dole thing, and for all of you men out there who would have women that would contradict, you guys need to go do this on purpose one time and drink out of the carton in the kitchen in the presence of your wife. You have my permission. Actually, it's an order from the general. In fact, anybody who sends me a picture of them drinking out of one of these, the correct way, the Gen X way, and the picture includes you, the carton, and your wife, and showing your defiance that you will not be controlled as a man, you send me that picture and I will send you something really cool in the mail. Like we'll give you one of the Highway Down CDs that Brian Connor signed today. We'll give you something expensive like that, something not just a sticker. You have this, you follow orders, you follow the orders from the general. This is the one I need. I need pictures in my mail. The first 10 people to send me that, I'm going to send you something. So you work that out. I'm on board. And my wife's shaking her head. Quit giving stuff away. Quit giving stuff. She's the queen of giving stuff away. That woman at a car show event, you come to the Lakeside car show, you're going to get something for free because she gives it away like it's fucking candy. True story. All right.
Hey, by the way, just so you know, Low Torque's in the house.
Low Torque,
Yeah.
You know, the mini barbecue on June 1st, he said he was coming.
Okay.
Low Torque is going to be here. Former staff member,
Well,
one of the greats. He's in the Hall of Fame at Gen X Talk.
He's poking his head in the bar right now.
That's right. Stuck his head in the door, and his wife didn't grab his collar and yank him out yet, so he can stay for a minute. Low Torque may show up, and he absolutely paying homage to the right man at the right time. You guys got to come check him out on June 1st if you get a chance. All right. Monday night is movie night on Discord. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, so make sure you're part of Discord. Trippy Pineapple puts that together for all of us. Now, let's talk about something in the news. Now, you guys all know Elon Musk he bought Twitter, turned it into X. One of the greatest things I heard a quote from Elon. Remember all of the things that they said were going, oh my God, you're eating my Whoppers because you know there's nothing I can do about it. That is bullshit. You know that.
Yeah. Watch.
I'm watching you eat
I'm
my
putting your balls in my mouth.
What did you just say? What did you... Oh my God. You're just so distracting. Stop it. Elon Musk. Having a real hard time here, ladies and gentlemen. The trained broadcast professionals getting chopped off. Elon Musk, he bought Twitter, turned it into X. And remember all the stories we heard about Twitter? We heard that they enabled sex trafficking. They were using messages through Twitter because no one was stopping them for drug trafficking. That they were hiding information from the conservative side. They were spinning everything and deleting, the Hunter Biden laptop stuff, suppressing. So they wanted the Democrats to win. They wanted the liberals to win. They were promoting. They would block you. They would censor you. They would close your account if you had any sort of rational, normal thought, any common sense. If you brought common sense to the table, there was all of these stories about Twitter, and Elon goes in there and he buys it and he shreds everybody. He shredded everybody. They got fired. They ran. They were like rats off a sinking ship when Elon got there. And this is why I'm coming back around to the quote. After he'd been there for a while, he said he was on an interview and they were talking to him about X and advertising and money and all the things they tried to make fun of him for. And he said, he stopped the interview short. I think it was on CNN. And he said, was there one rumor that didn't turn out to be true about Twitter? And then he said it again. Was there even one rumor that we had all heard about Twitter and how they were behaving that didn't turn out to be true? He goes, every single rumor that I can remember turned out to be true. And and then they said, the interviewer said, oh, even the sex trafficking. He goes, here's what's bad about that. Yes, it was going on. He goes, and I shut it down in 3 days. All the coding and all this, I shut them down in 3 days. And here's another thing he said. Elon came out and he goes, why didn't they do it? They could have done it just as easily as me in a few days. They could have shut that off and they let it go on. So we know how he feels about free speech. We know that he's an advocate for it. And he just came out, Elon, to fund new First Amendment campaign to combat relentless attacks on free speech. Now, I needed to know a little bit more. I mean, I really want to know, what is he talking about? We have the First Amendment. It's in the Constitution. We don't have a government that's going to protect us with that. So what good would it do for him to say anything? So I dug a little deeper. And his actual quote was this. He says, given the relentless attacks on free speech, I am going to fund a national signature campaign in support of the First Amendment. So what? What does that mean? And if you read further, it doesn't tell you what it means. There is nothing that I saw. I poked around. I couldn't find out what he's actually intending to do with this. Is this simply to get a bunch of people so we know how many people believe in free speech? Is that what he's going to do? Is this just going to be a signature campaign across the country? Or is this something that can go on a ballot in states at a national level? Or is this going to point out, is this going to be a written affirmative statement on which congressmen and senators are not behind free speech? Is this going to expose some people? I don't know what he's going to do with this yet, but he's not funding something of this magnitude to get signatures. I mean, this isn't just you getting a telephone call and going, yeah, it's the general here, Gen XL. Yeah, I'm totally for free speech. Go Elon. And you hang up. This isn't a survey. This is a signature that people will go door to door out in front of the grocery stores. And if you want to do it, if you're in, you print your name, you sign your name to let everybody know you endorse 100% free speech. What is he going to do with those? What if he gets 15 million signatures? What if he gets 20 million signatures or 60 million signatures? What is the power of what you can do with that now that you know that that's such a heavy lobbying tool? I wish I knew. I want to know more about this. I'm going to be listening intently. I'm going to be watching with bated breath. And I assure you, as soon as Elon calls me and says, here's what I'm going to do, I'll let you guys know right away. The second Elon calls me up and says, hey, here's my idea. Now, to be fair, he's going to run it by me first, and I'll give him some pros and cons, some ups and downs, yin and yang, back and forth, north and south. I'll do my part there. But ultimately, when he makes his decision, I'll let you guys know as soon as I know, which will be right away. All right, moving on. Yeah, it's a big thing from Elon. I'm curious about that. So keep that in the back of your head. First Amendment.
Brother Bruns made a comment about that. He said the fact that we need to fund or sign for free speech, which is part of our Constitution, is telling of the regime and power.
Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do with that. I won't pretend to know, but it's obvious he's gathering supporters to do something. He's rounding us all up. He's circling the wagons. He's asking us who's with him, and I don't know where it's going, but I'm with him. I'm going to sign it. I'm going to find it wherever it is. I'm going to seek it out. And if there's a way I can stand in front of a grocery store and ask people, then I'm going to help do that too. I'm not going to be that guy who just sits on the sidelines. I swear to Christ Almighty, if there is a movement that I am behind on that, which I'll bring you to Sunny Point number 2 in a minute, I'm in. I'm going to try. All right, so here's another one. I thought this was funny. We always talk about how Google, my wife and I have a conversation, like we talk about, you just talk about purple ladders. Now, who can hear my wife and I talking about purple ladders? My phone is sitting here. Alexa's behind me. The studio cameras are on, but they're not really recording. But I talk about purple step ladders. And tomorrow on my Google feed, there'll be an advertisement. Hey, you looking for a purple step ladder? If I log into Amazon, it'll have a suggestion. Hey, we're having a sale on purple ladders today. They're fucking listening. Now I think Google has gone a step further. I laugh so, I shouldn't be laughing. I laugh so hard at this. Don't laugh at homeless people. That's the rule, but I laughed. I had to laugh. Okay, so look at this picture. It's kind of hard to see. I'll enlarge it a little bit, break one of my rules there. This is a small homeless encampment in Los Angeles. Now, you can see the embankment there. That's down to a wash, what would have been the LA River. I believe that's the one for the LA River. Now, the freeway runs right up against it, but it's not directly. There's about a 10 to 15 foot gap between the river basin, which is made out of concrete, and the fence for the freeway. Why? Well, because what they do is they have trucks that go down there. You have to do maintenance. You got to get debris out. So there's a roadway down there. There's access. Sometimes it's just gravel. Well, that's really no man's land. And guess what? Homeless people have begun building things in there. Now, here's the amazing part. You guys are going to love this ingenuity, all right? So here's that house I just showed you. It is a house. They actually found pieces of what looked like big doll houses or tough sheds or something. They screwed windows into the side of it. They've added things. They've got tarps over. This thing is probably 600 square feet inside by now. So on my Google feed, as I go through the news articles, and it shows every news article from everybody, and Fox News and CNN and ABC, it shows local stuff here in town.
Nice house.
Nice house, yeah. And when I got to that picture,
guess what? No property tax.
no. As you might imagine, on those service access roads, every couple of miles or so, they have water outlets, because if they have to hook up a hose and hose something down, they have electrical outlets if you need to pop something open and the workers need to plug something in to cut something or do something. This guy in this area built that right on one of those access points where there's electrical. He has free power. He has a little air conditioner in there. He has a little heater in there. He's got a TV in there. He has electrical. And they can't shut off just that one area. They'd have to shut off the whole line all the way down the line. So here's what I'm talking about with Google. As I'm scrolling through this article, do you know what popped up? This. Affordable tiny houses. Now, what are the chances, as I'm looking up homeless encampments, that someone puts this ad on there for Google, says, well, if you're thinking about a homeless encampment, we have the perfect house for you. These will fit right on the side of a river, right up next to the freeway. They're prefabbed and ready to go. They even have a hole cut in the floor so you could reach the electrical outlets. Yeah.
Brother Bruns even said, and it has a fire extinguisher that's responsible right outside the house.
Safety first, yeah. Can you imagine Google being so bold that they're putting these little tiny houses in the news stories of homeless encampments?
Unbelievable.
It's like, well, if you're going to sell one there. And don't tell me that a homeless guy who's panhandling can't come up with $1,200 for one of these houses. I guarantee in a few days' work, sitting outside the mall, panhandling with his dog, you're going to get $1,200. That's bold. That is bold, Google. I'm telling you, that's some bold material going on there. All right, so to go down. Yeah, there's a couple things that pissed me off. I even hate going through this. You guys recognize this picture? I can't remember the dude's fucking name. I don't care. He's the guy who's incarcerated right now because they say his DNA was found. He killed the college students. Remember in 2022, he killed the college students in Idaho, and they couldn't figure out. They had no clue, no nothing. They were stabbed, and then this guy gets away, and they finally catch him, and he's going to trial. And the defense, I read the article, the defense is muddying the waters to make this reasonable doubt situation, and the prosecutor saying, we know he was there and there's DNA. What the hell would this guy even be doing? We know he did it. You guys wonder why fathers lose their fucking mind when their daughters are killed and they just go take vengeance. They go get justice on their own. I look at this guy and I know what he did to those 4 students. There's 3 girls and 1 guy. They're not my daughters. It's not my son. And as I read the article, I lose my fucking mind over assholes like this. When I get into an argument where I say the father should just go strangle this motherfucker for killing his kid, you know what they tell me? You know what liberals say? Well, now you have to take into consideration his upbringing. I mean, what brought him to this point? Now, be careful what you say here, General. You can't talk about, harming someone. What if he has a mental instability, a mental problem? Well, if he had a fucked up upbringing and it allowed him to do this, if he's mentally unstable and it allowed him to do this shit again, he'll do it another time. He'll do it more. If that's your reasoning behind all this stuff over here, he had a terrible childhood and he was molested and he's got a mental problem. Well, then that fucker shouldn't be on the street anywhere. Well, doesn't he have the right to live? Not after he killed somebody. No, it's my opinion. You want to block me for having that opinion? You want to not like me because I'm an insensitive asshole? Fine, I'm an insensitive asshole. But I will tell you this, if I could have figured out a way to get to this guy before he killed anybody, I would have done that too. I wouldn't have waited. But that's just me and I'm getting upset again. I'm sorry. I ran across a story, just pissed me off. All right, sweetheart. Is there anything you want to say before we get going again in here?
Yes.
What's in your mouth?
Your balls.
Give me my Whoppers.
Your Whoppers.
God damn it.
You can't even reach them.
No, I can't, but show them. Show them. It's true. She's eating my fucking Whoppers.
Which I bought for you.
Well, so what does that mean? You can just take them back because...
Yeah, because I can always replace them.
Not if they're gone and I'm hungry. This is bullshit.
All right, Disney Mama, Sammy Joe, $5. Shh. I'm not here. This is just an illusion. Hi, handsome general and beautiful queen. Back to Facebook land I go.
Yeah, because if Rumble's running, Josh needs to be in Rumble. If Facebook's running,
they're doing their job.
Sammy needs to be in Facebook.
And we're being a dictator right now.
You see how
Graham Gordon, $2
You
for
see how I added the tater
Yeah, see how I added the tater?
to make it nice? Thank you.
Graham Gordon, $2 for the 2025 Federal Way Bottom of the Glass Nation road trip.
Yeah. Well, we're getting to the road trip stuff. More's coming really soon. Go ahead.
Scott Royston gifted 5 memberships to Rowdy Bodby, Todd, Jacob, Cindy, and David. Welcome to the
gifted
bottom
those?
of Scott Royston.
Scott, buddy, thanks for the donation. Helps everybody out.
Loud one, $5. Email sent for your challenge, General. I think you have like 3 challenges that were sent to you about the orange juice container. There's pictures already.
Are there? If they're doing it, I swear to Christ Almighty, it's got to show the deal.
All right.
And it's got to show a very unhappy, dissatisfied wife, which won't be hard to find. They're all around.
You didn't say that in your original
Yes,
thing.
I did. The
All
wife has to be in the picture. The drink, the carton, the guy, the drink, and the upset wife in the same picture.
All right. Cody Lawrence over on Facebook. General, I got to know what's some of the craziest shit you ever did on a drunken stupor. Wow, we don't have enough time to do that one. And wait, Matthew Lambert. Hey, buddy, I missed a few shows. I feel guilty. And that's it. So you're drunken
You should feel
stupor
guilty.
for
Okay,
Cody.
if I gave you one, I know one that I did that I was living.
You mean when you got into the fight with
what?
all the guys outside the bar?
No, I wasn't going to tell that story. I've told that story twice when I was really drunk in 3 years. I'm not telling that story. But one of the stupidest things I ever did drunk was I remember I was living with this girl in an apartment complex.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't her. And I got super drunk and I decided to walk home, and it was dark, obviously. It was kind of raining and drizzly and muddy. And I walked across this big, huge field. I kind of knew where the apartment complex, what direction it was because I was drunk. And I got there and I walked up, I opened the door, went into the apartment, shut the door, went into the refrigerator and got something to drink out of there. I think I poured myself a glass of milk or something, sat down on the couch and turned on the TV.
And it wasn't your apartment?
It wasn't my apartment.
I figured.
This guy comes out, he goes, "What the fuck, man?" And I said, "What?" He goes, "What the fuck have you done?" Now, all of a sudden, I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm in the wrong place. I thought for sure he'd be mad at me for being in the apartment, getting into his fridge and turning on his TV. You know what he screamed at me about?
What?
He got fucking he got mad at everything. Let's be clear. He got mad at everything. He was mad because I got mud on his carpet.
I was going to say, you didn't take your shoes off?
No, he goes, "What the fuck, man? There's mud everywhere." And I'm like, that's what you're mad about? I'm kind of I can deal with this. I can clean up the mud.
All right.
That was one of the things that I did.
All right. Brother Bruns gave $50 for the radio station fund. Thank you so much for that. That was
everybody listening to the radio station. We are working completely off of donations. Thank you for doing that. The bills are coming up, and thank you for doing anything you guys do to the radio station is a big plus. Can I go back now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, going back to what I was saying. Don't. It's Elon Musk will skip the gold coin. Homeless. And then what was this one? Did we talk about this? Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm afraid you guys don't have the link with the coupon. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Coupon. There's a coupon. Give me a second here. I'm going to try to find something for you. It's kind of important. And then when I tell you why, you guys are going to be all for it. So let me go to my email here. I should have got this earlier, but this is a real thing. Just give me a second. You're gonna be happy. It is Phil McNeil, Ian Portis, Rumble, Scott. Come on, and Jacob Frost. Here it is. Okay, let me get this. And there's a link in here. Here is the link.
You're just talking to yourself right now.
I'm talking to my friends. You know what? You can just leave me alone because I'm talking to my friends.
Leroy Cook, first time already like this. Welcome, Leroy, over on Facebook. And Sherry Looney is the first time here as well on Facebook.
Thank you guys for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. Now, listen, I'm going to put the link in the YouTube chat. You guys are going to have to steal it and put it over on Facebook, put it on Rumble, put it on TikTok. But there's a reason for it. Okay, there's the link. Now listen, that's a coupon link. We don't get any money from this company. This company is 7 Week Coffee. I did an interview with the owner, Anton. 7 Week Coffee is 100% pro-life. If you guys are in here pro-choice, you're allowed to have that opinion, but shut the fuck up. Be quiet. Now, I don't want to hear a debate. This company is pro-life. They have given $350,000 to pregnancy centers to help pregnancies continue, make sure they're safe. Single mothers coping with the realities of raising a baby and having a baby. That's all they do. And why do they call it 7 Week Coffee? Because a coffee bean is the size of a baby at 7 weeks. Yeah. All this guy does is take huge amounts of his profit, and he opened the company just to do this one thing. That's it. He opened it. He didn't say, we're going to make money. Oh, and we're pro-life. No. This guy says, I want to give to pro-life organizations, and the fucking thing shut off on me.
What thing?
There it goes. Now it's starting to go again. Hold on. It's not. It's the fucking chingadares here.
What?
The picture. Hold on. Let me go to here. See how I froze? See how I froze like that? And Big Daddy resource. And let's go here. Let's go to the mom cam. And then let's go back to the Big Daddy cam and see if it works. Come on now. It's got to work. You got to do it for me. Okay. Now we got the Facebook one on. There we go. All right. Now we're back. And overcoming things left and right. All right. So anyway, this guy opens up the company just to do this for pro-life. We don't get any money. We didn't charge us for the interview. We didn't give him anything. We're not getting any money off of the discount. There's no affiliate program. I'm just asking you guys if you like it. He really has some award-winning coffee. If you want to contribute to, if you're on the side of the argument of pro-life, please click the link and buy it. The interview is going to come out tomorrow. The link will be in the description. You guys are seeing it a little bit early, but this guy he's a kid. To me, he's just a kid. And he opened up a company with just the purpose of saving babies. That's all he cared about. He takes almost all the profit and puts it right into these organizations. It's a great, go to 7weekcoffee.com. You can read all about it. But if you take the link, you get like 10% off if you want to buy some stuff now. Please do that for me, so I at least feel like I'm going to get some. I'm buying some. In fact, I've already got some coming. But the idea is that he can call me and go, hey, thanks for sharing it with your listeners. We got a couple orders. Man, even if it's just a couple on there, this is something. I will get a call from this guy telling me that you guys took him, because that's what the link is. It's a special link. Lets him know.
Trippy just posted the link to 7 Week Coffee right now.
So did I.
Okay. Is there the coupon? Did you put the...
I put the coupon one up there.
Okay.
That's the one you want, is this one right here.
Cool.
You guys got to steal the one off of here and put this one on Facebook and on Rumble, the one I just posted. So if you guys do that for me, I'd appreciate it, because it's really not doing it for me. You're doing it for the pro-life gig. We don't get a penny for this. It's just the right thing to do. So thanks for even considering it. It's a big thing. There's more. And come on, turn off. Bump. We did that one. Turn him off there. We did that one too. And yeah, this one came across my screen. I thought this was kind of cool. And it says the sleeved wrap is every mother's most wanted gift in 2024. Now, as your trained and gifted broadcast professional, I've been around the sun 56 laps. I'm a keen observer of human nature, as most of you might have noticed.
How come I don't have one of those?
You do. I was just going to say, I already knew about this before the article, because you ordered those kimono things.
That's different. A kimono, this is a sleeved wrap. I don't have that.
That's the same thing. No, I don't. I don't have that. I have a segment here I'm doing.
Mother's most wanted gift. That's right. Mother's Day is like 3 weeks away. I would like one of those.
You have. I just bought you some of these.
Those are kimonos. Those are different.
How can you?
I would like a sleeved wrap.
They
for
look
Mother's
the
Day.
same.
They are not.
You know what? I came on here with the segment to show you how brilliant I am, that I was ahead of the curve, that I was helping set a trend by buying my wife these before the news even came out. And now you're telling me that I'm not right.
No, you bought a kimono. These are wraps. These are different. These are a little bit heavier. I don't have one of those. That's kind of cute. I like that.
They're just they're the same thing. What do you mean they're a little heavier? Your kimono things you got look just like that, except yours have a pattern.
Such a guy.
Tell me the difference between a wrap and a kimono then.
A kimono is like a really thin piece of material just to cover you, like a bathing suit cover up. This looks like it's kind of a sweater. That's what that looks like.
So, okay, but there's jackets that are windbreakers and jackets that are sub-zero, hoodie.
Exactly. Wraps
but they're all
and
jackets.
Oh.
You're going to tell me that my whole segment here is ruined and I got to buy you one of those fucking things now?
I would love one of those.
God damn it.
It looks really cute.
Well,
I like it.
Okay, let me revamp this whole story. Apparently, I have my head up my ass. I don't know what I'm
Every
talking
day.
about. I'm not ahead of the curve. I didn't get her one of these. She doesn't have one of these. And I probably bought the wrong one. Now I got to go back and try to find one of these motherfucking things. I thought... I could have swore, the title of this segment was called Hero. Hero, this guy, for getting you something before the news even came out. And now you're telling me that I stepped on my dick. All right.
Mrs. Four has surfaced an hour late. Mrs. Four has gifted 5 memberships to Shane, Gary, Robbie, Ramsey, and Trey. They all got it.
Well, we got a problem here. Mrs. Four, I'll check my phone to see if Mrs. Four came in with a note. If there's no note on my phone from her doctor or her priest, Mrs. Four is going to go in the woodshed. Now, I haven't put her there very often. I'm sorry.
That's not going to go over well.
I'm
go
sorry.
Ahead.
Let's
go
see
ahead.
if there's a note. There might be a note.
Go ahead.
Checking the phone. No, I asked very simply, are you okay? Without even the common courtesy to say, yes, I'm alive. Without the common courtesy to say, no, I'm dead. She just showed. Now, she's trying to buy her way back in, gifting memberships because she's lovely, she's classy, she's ever present. But to be fair, she's going in a timeout. She's going in the woodshed. I can put her in there for the maximum amount of time, which is 24 hours.
Wow.
Or varying degrees less than that.
You're going to be in so much trouble.
She is in the woodshed.
Oh,
she is now
did
Mrs.
not.
Fort. Yes, I did. I put her in the woodshed, and the firm hand of justice has swung, and the gavel has landed. She is in the woodshed for 60 seconds. I'm sorry. That's as ballsy as I thought I did.
You're going to get in trouble. That's why.
That's as ballsy as it gets.
John Parise over on Facebook. Good evening, General and Gen X mom. I am 42 minutes late, but I made it. That's what he said.
You better stay over there, because if you end up over on YouTube, John, you're going in the woodshed too. The only reason I wouldn't put you there is if your daughter was dancing to the intro, then I'll let it go. But John, where the hell have you been, man? I've been running this whole show without you this whole time. 42 minutes late. That's 42 minutes I got to carry the show without you, John. Guys, Christ.
Leroy Cook over on Facebook took out a loan. Fucking economy. 1,000 stars sent over on Facebook.
1,000 stars?
Yes.
Who did that?
Leroy.
Star
Leroy
salute.
Cook.
Leroy Cook, star salute, my friend. Thank you very much for that.
Chet over on Facebook. You guys are awesome. So proud to be a part of clearly the best generation ever.
Clearly, Chet. Clearly, my man.
Lisa Sperry over on Facebook. Your wife is always right, and Sammy Joe agrees.
Whoa. Okay, enough of this blindly siding with her. Hold on, I'm almost done here.
Wait, I'm almost done too.
Oh, for Christ's sake, go.
Christina Dvorak gave $50 tonight. General, Mama Queen needs a sleeved wrap. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Christina.
What about, okay, look at, ladies and gentlemen,
They love me.
let's go back to have a little conversation for a minute, okay?
Wait,
let's pull this in. Now, I know you guys like to donate to worthy causes.
I'm a worthy cause.
But, excuse me, Big Daddy talking over here. A donation for the Queen to have a sweater, sleeved wrap, whatever that looks like a dog blanket with 2 holes in it. Do you really think that's a worthy cause? Do you? What about back in the day, those of you who've been around a long time, you remember the Singapore Hooker Fund? Remember that? A little piece of vital information I'd like to pass along to you. The Singapore Hooker Fund is a necessity of life like the Whiskey Fund. When you guys donate to the General's Whiskey Fund, to the General Singapore Hooker Fund, that is a huge continuity of justice in America. And we can't let that slip away. When you do that, every time you donate to some silly crown on the Queen's head, another jewel in the crown, a sleeveless cat blanket with 2 holes in it, and other ridiculousness like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I submit the evidence to you that a Singapore Hooker Fund is by far a more worthy cause than a cat blanket with 2 holes in it that might not even keep off wind. I mean, let's be clear about that. I needed to bring that in for a minute just to remind you guys what's right and what's wrong. There is up and down in this world. There is black and white. There's yin and yang. There's forward and back. And there is Singapore Hooker and sleeveless cat blanket. You guys decide for yourself which is right. I'll leave it up to you, but I know you guys will make the right decision.
All right. I have 2 more comments.
You know, I got through that whole thing with a straight face.
I know you
I didn't
did.
laugh till it was over.
I know. Stacy Cape, $10. Free Mrs. Four and Pedro.
Oh, here we go. Someone's picked up the Two Bear mantle and talking about Pedro again.
Yes. Joey Uquerde wants to know, when will Mom's interview be out?
Kid Brother Joey, Kid Brother Joey been around a long time.
Yes.
We have 4 hours of footage with Dr. McDreamy, Gen X Mom, myself, discussing the battle for cancer from beginning to end. It'll take me 12 hours to edit it. When do I have time? For those of you who paid attention at the beginning of the show, when do I have time to do it?
Make time.
Wow.
It's important. That message needs to get out.
I know, but it's so hard. It's tough. Okay, go ahead.
Matthew Dickerson, this is going to end the evening just fine.
What's that?
Matthew Dickerson over on Facebook. Hold on. A787 Fixer, $10. Free the peaches. Jeffrey Montgomery, $10. General, this is so you can make sure it's a pretty wrap you get her.
Free the
not
peaches.
Plain.
And now free the peaches, and now we have to have a pretty cat wrap.
It has to have a beautiful pattern of some kind. As a matter of fact, you'd better let her pick it out, he says.
This is bullshit. I call foul on this.
And Leroy, again over on Facebook, says, shitty sweater fund, 200 stars.
Shitty sweater.
And here's the last one of the evening.
All
Are
right,
you ready?
go ahead.
Matthew Dickerson over on Facebook says, you guys suck. Get a real job.
Sergeant Major Dickerson. Just so you know, Sergeant Major Dickerson, this guy, was the butt of all the jokes of Robin Williams in Good Morning Vietnam. Just a king asshole, dill hole beyond compare. And obviously, this is one of his relatives.
You know the prefix, Dick, Urson.
You don't got to be such a dick, Urson.
I just thought, whatever.
You know who didn't come back?
I know.
Mrs. Ford didn't come back.
Well,
I put her in a 60-second timeout. You think she's just fucking with me right now?
I don't know, but you're in deep trouble.
Low Torque, $5. A purple sleeved wrap would look great with her crown.
Oh,
okay.
that is so sweet.
You know what? I know Low Torque just got here, but he's going in timeout. You cannot do this to me. Low Torque, you're in a timeout, buddy. You're gone. 60 seconds. Go check on Mrs.
I
Four.
love me my Low Torque.
Go check on Mrs. Four. See how things are going in the
Wow.
woodshed. In the woodshed we go. I don't see anybody giving me the Hooker Fund, the Singapore Hooker Fund. We got Free the Peaches. Pretty rap from Jennifer Montgomery. That's bullshit. All right, listen. I got to get out of here. I got to go. I had more stuff to talk about, but we filled up the hour. I'm still running behind from today. We got a lot of stuff to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, lots of wheels in motion, lots of progress happening. I am very grateful and thankful that Mrs. Fort Watton did take a minute to pop in today. That means she's okay. I worry about her when she's not here. She lives in Tennessee. That's a patron saint of shooting stuff. You never know when a stray bullet's going to catch her granddaddy still out back or set fire to the woodshed. You never know. So we're always glad when she stops by. Thank you guys for tuning in. Do you want to say goodnight, Gracie?
Good night, everyone. Thank you for being here on our Thursday night. Bottom of the Glass Nation.
Bottom of the Glass Nation. Hey, are we setting up for MarcyZavala.com to be on Saturday to be a guest?
Yes, she believes that she will be free. She will be live, not in studio, but live on the Bottom of the Glass Nation show Saturday night.
We'll bring her in if everything works out. We'll give her about 6:30 to 6:40. We'll give her 10 or 15 minutes. We can argue about stuff and talk about. I'm telling you, it works. MarcyDavala.com.
Yeah.
We'll bring her in. It'll be a good time. Then it'll be a longer show on Saturday, so we can fit it in. Thank you guys very much. If you had an hour of your evening to waste, what better place to waste it than with Gen X Talks? Don't you agree? I'm not sure where you're listening in from around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps you tuned in on the Armed Service Radio Network. Wherever you are, wherever you go, there you wait, I fucked up my thing. Can I start over?
I didn't say a word.
Thank you.
That's all on you.
All right. If you had an hour of your evening to waste, I'm glad you chose to waste it here with Gen X Talks. What a better place to throw away an hour of your evening than right here with our live stream. Not sure where you're listening in from around the planet, AM, FM, Sirius XM, or perhaps on the Armed Service Radio Network. Remember two things, wherever you go, there you are, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.